Okay, so this video we're going to be going over is about the center midfielders here when we have the ball. So let's orient ourselves. Our goalie, our three defenders, our two center mids, our wings, and our center forward here. So we're going to be talking about what their job is when we have the ball. So if we can imagine, there's a line down the middle of the field. So we've got our right midfielder here and our left midfielder here. These two do not want to get close to each other on the field. They want to stay spread out and work with each other, but make sure they're spread out. So let's say this right midfielder. Their job is to support the right defender, the center defender, the right wing, and the center forward. And they do that by, if the defender has the ball, they check away to create space, and then they check back into that space to receive it. If the center back has the ball, they will take their defender. First run is to get the defender away, and then they check back to receive the ball. Okay? If the wing has the ball, they're going to do the exact same thing. They're going to either push up here and drop back suddenly to get the ball there. And if the center forward gets it here, they're going to run to try and support the center forward there. To always want the ball. They constantly are moving. They're constantly making two runs. One for their defender to create space, and one checking back to receive the ball. And what they're doing is that as the ball gets played out to this defender, that's when they start making their run away. Once they take their first touch, then they check back hard to receive it, okay? The other thing is, the other person that they're constantly supporting is their other center midfielder. So let's say that this center midfielder receives the ball here. This midfielder is gonna start flat or ahead of them. As soon as they take their first touch, they're gonna drop in behind them and create space for themselves to receive the ball and change the point of attack. The other thing that this does is if they receive the ball here, if the defender goes with them, then it opens up a passing lane to this wing too, where they can play it into this space for this wing to check back into. So, vice versa, if this center mid receives the ball, the defender on their back, and this mid drops in behind, so they're staggered. They don't want to be flat with each other. And we often say pivot, so as soon as they take their first touch, they're going to pivot and drop behind them so they have an easy pass back to them, okay? And it's crucial, this isn't talking about defenders, but anytime our center mids have the ball, these defenders need to drop and become outlets and constantly look to be options, because if they're under pressure and they're not able to find their center mid or find this wing, they have to be able to release that pressure and play their defenders. Okay, so the different options for forward, just like, or for center mids, is we want to go forward. If we can find our center forward, our striker with a through ball, or them checking back to the ball, that's our number one option they're going to be looking to do. We want to play forward. If they can't do that, they're going to be looking to play wide out to our wings or switching the point of attack. And then the third option would be to find their other midfielder, playing it to them to change the point of attack here. So the last option is if they can't go forward to the wings or their other midfielder, if they can't go laterally to their midfielder, we're going to look to play it back. Okay, so those are the main aspects with the center mids, and they always want to play the way they face. We do not want to be turning into pressure here. We want to play the way we face and advance the ball that way. And that is it for the center mids. Here is the paper that goes over everything we just talked about that you can pause and read through just to refresh your memory.